is going to be an interesting series. Just a couple of years ago, okay, now it's more than a couple of years ago, we've got an old Rob, but back in our times, these were the...
No, I am pretty old, yeah. I'm ancient in terms of esports standards, sitting at 32. Yeah, I'm pretty old, yeah.
You're ancient in all standards.
Thanks.
Anyways, this used to be, back in our time, like the two best Eastern European teams, Virtus.pro and Navi. Now one of them is maybe gonna get relegated from Division 1, and the other one, maybe they get to a major.
Yeah. They are going to be doing the best to get through, take, like, say, Virtus.pro. They're banning out that Ricky, immediately taken care of. I wonder if Navi, do they want to go for the Visage here as well, or is that going to be Virtus.pro's next set of bans?
I don't think you go for a Visage. There's no Ricky. Navi with the Visage, without the Ricky, haven't been looking as strong. Plus, Rubik is not the ideal laning partner. Right off the bat, in the lane, the Treants are a hard thing for you to deal with. So no, I think Visage is off the table completely here for Navi.
What is it? Is there anything else that you've seen Navi playing well that they might look towards then in this draft, with the Ricky Visage combo being banned out, or the Ricky being banned out already?
I think they did a good job dealing with the Lina. I think what I was most impressed by them was their draft with the Drow, Venge, and stuff like that, dealing with the Lina. Nature's Prophet is close to that one, so get some catch for the Nature's Prophet, and you could go for a lineup like that, something that deals well with ranged heroes. I wouldn't mind something like a Venge Drow. It really wouldn't surprise me for Navi, but there's so many options you can go for.
Yeah, I think this is the first Primal Beast game that Navi have played. No, Nicky Cool played it. No, okay, no, Nicky Cool's played it 3 times. Okay, never mind. There was just a long list of heroes, players that have already played this hero, so I was just trying to quickly look through. But yeah, Nicky Cool has played this Primal Beast 3 times already.
And probably has lost quite a lot of them. He has won against one move, though. He was quite good at creating space. I think the way that they played against one move is that Nicky Cool was the sacrificial lamb. They played with the Ursa and the... Wait, and the Enigma then. And then they look towards the late game. So last time when I saw them win with the Primal Beast is when they had a really strong late game around it, and Nicky Cool was constantly fighting, just not being that powerful. So could be that route as well. It's not out of the question for sure.
Okay, and Virtus.pro, I mean, we talked about the Nature's Prophet in that last series, not really looked incredibly impressive in the Eastern European region. I know other regions are running it, they are finding some success, but here it has been played quite a lot as well. So to be sitting on a 30% win rate as an MP after being such a popular pick, Virtus.pro, they must have a plan to play around this. They must have an idea of how they want to play it.
Well, with the NP, what we saw with the games that he has won is when you don't allow the enemies to fight, you're always in their face. And considering they were the ones to get the Clockwork, I think, as I mentioned previously in the previous series, Clockwork has been the main hero to shut down the Nature's Prophet. And now you have it on your side. So if I'm Virtus.pro, I'm quite happy with the opening.
Yeah. What else? Because the Beastmaster is going to be banned out. Timbersaw was gone there as well. But again, waste of a ban. Don't even need to ban that hero.
Radiant's turn to pick. Dire's turn.
Yeah, looking at this Virtus.pro, they ban out the Lycan, so they are taking away the Navi's kind of zoo heroes. I forgot the word for a second there. English is hard, guys. English is very hard. Never mind it being my first language, but. So Virtus.pro are taking away the zoo heroes from the side of Navi. Navi, they don't have a lot left in terms of choice if they wanted to go for something like that themselves.
5 seconds remaining.
Is still there, though, which offers a different dimension in the push if Navi want to consider it.
Not sure if you want to go for the Death Prophet here. I would like a support that can build into a 4-staff early, because it's very important. 4 staffs are very important here for Navi. It wouldn't even surprise me if the Rubik gets a very early one. Cogs and the Sprout, and also the Bushwhack. 4-staff is safe from a Bushwhack as well. As soon as you move away from the tree or the tree falls, the stun stops. But they go for the Dawnbreaker. Yeah, that's an interesting one. It's a solid one to get out of the Sprout, mind you, and could be a support. Even though I think so far we've only seen it in the core role.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I know in Western Europe, Into the Breach Two variant success have been running that as a position 1 as a core on the Dawnbreaker. Again, rest in peace, Into the Breach's Division 1 run. But looking at this here, you are going to have that global presence that anytime the Nature's Prophet does try and get a jump off, the Dawnbreaker is going to be able to respond with the Solar Guardians. So maybe the answer that Navi have in the bag against this Nature's Prophet, and I think we saw it last time and it was quite effective too. Because we have seen this I say quote unquote counter, not in the the real terms, but in just being able to deal with the Nature's Prophet's global presence.
The difference here is that the way that the Dawnbreaker works against the Nature's Prophet is that she stays in a lane where the Nature's Prophet is pushing, and then you can join the fight. But the thing is that the supports of Virtus Pro are very good at ganking, so they themselves could get on top of the Dawnbreaker and maybe even kill her, especially with the help of the MP. So that's why they have tools to deal with it, but it just goes to show that there's not a clear winner in the draft currently.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Lesh coming out as well, up against what could potentially be the Primal Beast mid?
No burst on Navi. Navi has a lot of damage, but they don't have burst, right? And the Dawnbreaker and the Primal Beast like to commit, so you're going to be healing quite a lot. It's not bad. I think Virtus Pro now are going all in on making the towers fall, overtaking the map, and not allowing Navi to play, and then just being super fast around it. So I like it. I think it can work well in their lineup.
Okay, well, Navi looking for this next set of bans. Virtus Pro.
Here's the Radiant ban.
Do you run the Prophet as a position 1 or a position 3? Because I think that's where they've had a little bit more success as a 3 than a 1 in like the Eastern European region.
I think Noticed has mostly played it for Virtus Pro. If I'm not, no, it was actually Krillat that played it. So I'm looking at it. Yeah, Virtus Pro when they played it, it was Krillat. So I'm gonna assume it's gonna be him again.
Well, apparently they've both played it once.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's true. And with Notice they won, but with Krillat, I know with Krillat they lost against Team Spirit.
Yeah.
But so they're leaving it open. Considering they have the last pick, I think that probably the decision hasn't been made just yet. I guess you don't want to be laning against the Dawnbreaker Snapfire, so maybe that's why you put it in the offlane. That would be the only thing that would be a giveaway currently.
Yeah, I suppose the clear up on the Treants, with them coming out early, you've got the Celestial Hammer, you've got that Starbreaker, Snapfire with the Cookie, as well as the Scatter Blast to be able to deal with the ads coming in from the Treant. So, excuse me, the Treant ads moving in. So yeah, maybe you do run it in that offlane, try and avoid that. But maybe they do run the Dawnbreaker as a position 1
then you run the Nature's Prophet as a 1. It doesn't matter. You just want to dodge that one because the last pick is for Virtus Pro. So they can wait it out and see what Navi are trying to do.
And what's left here for... I mean, Navi have the next pick. So yeah, if you are running that as the position 3 on the Dawnbreaker, what would you want to see step up against the Nature's Prophet in the lane?
I mean, there's a lot of heroes that can do relatively well. Whatever you get, it needs to be something that can either buy phase boots or has a way to move on its own.
Yeah,
nothing clear comes to mind really. Dawnbreaker already lanes pretty well. We could see musical lanes because of that one actually. So that's the thing that wouldn't surprise me. The hero that comes to mind is the one that you hate, Rob. That is a great hero against the Nature's Prophet. It's a troll. But against the Virtus Pro lineup, with what Navi have, I'm not sure that I would want to play a troll.
25% win rate in Eastern Europe over 4 games on the troll. The troll is garbage. It is the worst carry hero in the game, and it should just never be considered, because if you pick up this hero, you may as well just give the game over to the other team. It is awful, terrible, and do not pick it. Do not pick it in your pubs. It is terrible. It is awful. Don't do it. No, don't. No.
Do it if it's Rob and Roll on the other side, and you pick it so Rob can win. Now
give me the free win. That hero is god awful, and I'm sick of seeing it.
We only saw it 4 times, and the last time we saw it once, so it looked pretty solid.
Not in pro matches. No, I'm not sick of seeing it in pro matches. I'm sick of seeing it on my team in the pubs.
As yours, sir. Okay, so it is a phase boots hero. It is a hero that can burst people down. I think that's what Navi were missing out. So this is fine. I like it. The thing only is you don't have any vision heroes on Navi. You're not gonna have too many towers, but that doesn't matter. As soon as someone shows to push a tower, if you get to that point where you have a blink on the Ursa, you can jump and bring them down. But 4 stars, man, there's gonna be so many in this game. People are gonna be flying around.
Yeah, it is going to be a case of pinballs coming out here from both sides. Celestial Hammers flying around as well. You've got Prophets being able to, or the Bushwhacks coming out. Clockwork with the. Do you go for a 4-staff on the Clockwork, or are you going to be looking for more of the Jetpack? Because they're both about the same cost, but does it just matter like when the items coming out for the Clockwork?
Choose your hero.
I'll go 4-staff. They go for the DP. This puts the DP in the off lane most likely. And again, Navi don't have a lot of burst. And Ursa, in the lane, he can do well with the DP. I'd rather see, Malady on the Snapfire. I like that. I think if you put Sweden strong on the Snapfire and make sure that Laze has a better lane in terms of kill potential, the Ursa is going to suffer. Now at least this Death Prophet is going to have to think twice before going aggressively, because there is a chance that the Ursa and the Snapfire can kill you. So I like this. I think it is smart from Navi.
Yeah, and they are actually going to be putting up the Nature's Prophet in the safe lane up against the Dawnbreaker in the off lane. So even with Sweden strong, even if it's not going to be the Snapfire, you're still going to have the Fade Bolt flying through the treants as well.
5 seconds
being able to
remaining.
reduce the damage, on the Nature's Prophet himself. So I would like to see in this lane, earlier on, around level 3 or level 4, them just really get aggressive against the Nature's Prophet.
This is a tough one to call, Rob. I'm looking at the heroes, and it's just two completely different lineups, but Navi has all the tools to deal with Virtus Pro for sure.
Yeah, so we're going to take a quick think about who we think's actually going to win this game, but you guys, there is going to be a quick word from our sponsors, so while we ponder, you'll be able to watch this from EGB. Okay, Hurry, after that quick break, do you have a team in mind that you think's going to take it? Are you backing one over the other?
I will back one up because, we're manly here. I'm not going to be chickening out from giving my prediction there to our lovely viewers. I'm going to go for Virtus Pro. There's 2 reasons. One, it is Navi doesn't have a vision hero, and the lanes are constantly going to go towards you. Right, so it's gonna be Virtus Pro that are gonna be choosing the battles, basically, or that's how it should go. The other reason is that Virtus Pro have been looking like the faster team, and Navi has been known to slow down. If Navi doesn't move a lot around the map with their heroes to kind of alleviate the pressure, or at least make Virtus Pro wonder where they are, Virtus Pro are gonna choke them, right? Completely take everything off the map, and Navi won't have anywhere to farm. So those are the 2 reasons I favor Virtus Pro here.
I'm going to back Virtus Pro because they've won more matches. And, I've got the simple reasoning like that. I'm a play-by-play. I don't need to be given all these in-depth reasons and, this, that, and the other. Just, they've won more matches, so they're my favorite.
Yeah, and to be honest, Rob, that's the smartest way if you want to predict more victories. Not really looking at the draft, but looking at the teams, especially when there are some discrepancies in skill. And in Eastern Europe, we have seen it. We have seen some teams just be straight up better than the others, and it would be very hard to see them lose a series. Here, though, I don't think that's the case. Virtus Pro has looked impressive sometimes, but there were times where they would drop the ball, and I think that Navi, if they find their best gameplay, they have a good shot.
And we'll see the contest coming through onto Nicky Cool in the river here. He's going to be actually forced away from the rune, so he doesn't pick it up. Sayush gets that away from him. The Split Earth as well as the threat. Did Sayush, he didn't actually scale anything up, but the Split Earth was enough to push the Primal Beast away from that rune.
Nicky Cool is He's not gonna be getting that rune. He understood he doesn't want to take any unnecessary damage with these fat heroes. You know, if they smack you down early on, you're never gonna get back up to full.
Not for you.
I'm interested to see what the Clockwork's going to do in this lane up against Lays and Sweden Strong, because I mean Sweden Strong is going to be going for the Fade Ball. You know, automatically you pick that up at level 1. Don't really go for the telekinesis ever as the Rubik, but when that level 2 does come out, he has that telekinesis to Callus. How effective is he going to be, especially because he doesn't have his boots yet as this Clockworker, you know, getting on top and harassing down with the Battery Assault?
It's all about trying to trade the region as your carry farms. That's your job as a Clockwork in any lane. In some lanes you're going to be a bit stronger, in some you're going to be a bit weaker, but basically that's your job. Go in, and when you see you're going to take a lot of damage, you get out, you heal up, and you go again.
Okay. Top lane as well, we can see Sayush this time. He's actually skilled up onto the Acorn shot, so no bushwhacks to come out straight away. V-Tune not really going to be running heroes down straight away as well, so the harass damage that comes out. Whose voice lines are these?
UD was one.
Yeah, is it a team? Is it other caster voice lines? Okay.
It's a team. It's a team. Southeast Asia, Division 2, I think.
Right, okay. Just because it seems to be the most popular voice lines. You know, they've won the voice line meta, that's it. Bottom lane, there's Gupta Cogs being dropped here. The damage, 2 of them trapped inside of it. Krillyak trying to do right-click damage outside of it now as well. The telekinesis to Callus, even with the battery assault, it's still going to be taking a lot of damage, but Lays, with that battery assault going, couldn't get off the Starbreaker.
Has been killed.
That's it. That's what the Clockwork wants to do. Just be super annoying. That's your job. If you survive like that, it's great.
And yeah, I guess that's all he needs to do, just step in. Even without the boots, he's got a lot of regen. He started off with 6 tangos and a salve. Doesn't have any mangoes. They might be coming out on the courier. It's actually going to be the stick coming out, but so yeah, he's not going to be able to go in with another battery assault if he wants to with the cogs. But just to be a pain in the arse, he's job done already.
I mean, the Nature's Prophet isn't farming all that well. You know, some of he is doing well in the lane. He's not losing it, but it's not like Ducalis has made it like super easy for his teammates. So overall, you know, it's so far so good. Considering that the Dawnbreaker can be quite nasty against the Nature's Prophet, you're happy for now.
Yeah, mid lane we can see, you know, the farm, it's going quite even, but the top lane, do they actually get onto V-Tune? I mean, V-Tune's got to be careful about this bushwhack coming out close to the trees. The ward would have seen Sayush moving back over that way anyway. So yeah, there's just the backup from the Ursa, and he doesn't want to be controlled by this Spirit Siphon coming out. Only level 1 on that Spirit Siphon, but I assume Death Prophet level 3 goes for that second point, and there it is. It's come out. So yeah, Ursa moving himself away. Meanwhile, back on the bottom lane, Krillyak, he's actually standing underneath that tier 1 tower. He's not able to get close to the creeps, just trying to use the treants to maybe drag them back in. But yeah, Clockwork, what can he do now? He has that stick out. He's done off a couple of tangos. Doesn't matter. Top lane, they get the first blood onto V-Tune.
This is, I mean, when I see the Death Prophet with the 2 points in Spirit Siphon over the Crypt Swarm against the hero like an Ursa who you want to harass, it just goes to show how stupidly powerful this spell is. Like, it is so powerful, especially from level 1 to level 2. And you can't die, and you do just huge amounts of damage. It's insane.
Yeah. Mid lane, Nicky Cool trying to run down onto Squadix. Squadix going to be out of mana now as well. The tip comes out from his, you know, from the Clockwork here. Nicky Cool not able to run down onto the Lesh, so Squadix just looking for that water rune. He's going to be pretty fine. He was out of mana. Meanwhile, back on the bottom lane, again, it looks like Sweden Strong just able to dictate the tempo here with the pulls across, even with the treants moving in. This lane still pushing towards the Dire Tower.
Krillyak was being very passive on the bottom lane until he got the boots. He understands that he can be ran down quite easily. Now with the boots, you know, he can get a little bit closer to the creeps. But this lane, at this point now, it is very tough. Because the Dawnbreaker at some point starts dishing out massive amounts of damage. And that is pretty much around level 3.
Yeah, and we can see now that Squadix, he's finding that farm in the mid lane up against the Primal Beast. In terms of net worth, he's sitting about 300 gold ahead, so this could be nice, especially if Primal Beast wants to move himself away, which he does going into the jungle here. And even Maldy's going to be chasing down to Sayush. Sayush, though, he's going to play Ring Around the Trees, and he might even be able to turn it back around. Scatterblast comes out. Sayush, though, bushwhack. He's level 2 onto that there as well, so there is going to be some harass. Just making sure he got that camp block off, and Maldy not going to be able to pull through here and help the Ursa out.
overall, you know, we didn't talk much about the mid lane, but the Primal Beast is doing well in CS, but it's only because of the jungle creeps. This time around, Lesh did well, you know, and it's normal. Lesh does usually do well against melee heroes. You stun them, you get a few denies. You can't kill him, but you can be super annoying and just get a little bit more farm than your counterpart.
And what does Squad X want to be building into? Is it just straight? It is just straight into the Bloodstone. It looks like here for the Lesh. How does Primal Beast try and contest onto this?
It's just Primal Beast things. You try to get your levels as fast as possible, and then you're going towards the BKB. Whenever there's a fight, you go in because you know that the damage output of the enemies just isn't that high. He's probably going to try to be aggressive just before the enemy supports get to level 6s. So, you know, minute 8, minute 10, 11.
Malady moves down to match the moves of South there just to try and secure that rune. He does take it himself, means that it doesn't go the way of Nicky Cool, even though, I mean, Nicky Cool has that bottle up, so he has 2 charges left in that, but yeah, the Bushwhack didn't connect, and Malady was able to pick up the regen rune.
I'll get that one. Doesn't get his mana back full, but it's still fine. You know, none of the mid laners would have done, I don't know how well with that one. It would still be used to farm. Actually, for the Lesh, it could be used to farm quite a lot, but he doesn't have too many stacks. So, you know, overall, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to go to the voids, the bounty rune as well. Top lane, and they're putting pressure on. There's going to be the TP. They take down the Snapfire. Can they go for more? Beachin, yeah. Spirit Siphon comes out. Quilliat is chasing now as well. Where's that Sprout? He's not going to be able to get in range with the Bushwhack. They closed the gap and noticed the TP up from Quilliat, and now they're going to be able to put pressure onto this tier 1 tower. Level 6 for the Death Prophet. Does he want to go for that exorcism?
Radiant using echolocation.
Yeah. He might want. No, he doesn't need it. He actually does not need it for the tower. They have a siege creep. They have an Aegis Prophet. This tower is gone. Okay, they're bringing in Heroes Navi. They're like, you're gonna have to use those spells, Virtus Pro, if you want it. But is that really the case?
Yeah, it looks like they're putting Ursa into the mid lane because they know the rotation came off. So Lesh, if he wants to contest, could be in trouble as the supports, you know, Krill's up in the top lane there as well. B-Tune just looking to find the free farm, the Squad X looking for the trade, and they didn't actually pop the Exorcism, didn't even skill it up, to be honest, on the Death Prophet. And now Nicky Cool's going to be the hero up here, but if he comes in with that Bushwhack, it does connect, and the Spirit Siphon's going now as well. The Acorn Shot's going to bounce around. Nicky Cool's going to be in trouble, has to move himself back for fear of being picked off.
No burst damage for the Death Prophet. This hero doesn't die. Just get the hell away from her. Like, that's what you want to do. You see the Death Prophet, go somewhere else and kill someone else, especially because the enemies can connect.
Well, the cookie comes out. They might be able to get the jump onto the Lesh in the river. Scatter Blast being used now as well, but Saish and Squad X has the bolt charges. He has another Tango. He has that wand. He's looking pretty good. Clockwork might not be so lucky. The Cutlass, can he work himself away with a chase out from V-Tune, even with the Cogs pushing him out? Saish is going to try and come in. The Bushwhack, though, is going to be turned away. And yeah, I think even the Callus planted a tree. The Nicky Cool, he doesn't get the kill. He's not going to be able to secure the kill, and this might cost him his life. He's going to be revealed. The Squad X gets the kill. He's going for a little bit more, but the Fade Ball might dissuade him from pushing in. But, I mean, he was going to go down anyway. He doesn't confirm the kill onto the Callus.
Yeah, definitely not looking good for Navi. It's looking horrendous, actually. They don't have a play on the map currently. Okay, now when they have the Dawnbreaker ulti, they might be able to make something happen. But these are their timings. This is where the Primal Beast should be taking some kills, and he actually dies. It's a big hit to Navi.
Yeah, mid lane, Sweet and Strong, trying to do what he can with the telekinesis and the fadeable onto Lesh. But Squad X just able to move himself away. A decent amount of health. He's got himself a point booster now as well. So he's going to have himself over 1,000 health, and he's not going to be looking too bad as well as he gets the bottle. Again, mana boots available. Not too far off going straight into that Bloodstone, you know, in terms of Leshrac farm.
And that's going to be another hero that's going to be hard to burst down Navi. They have this Ursa, but he needs to have those items to be able to take him down. And the towers are going to start falling very, very fast. There's no treants like there were in the previous game. Every single chip damage on the tower is going to count as the game progresses. And VP are getting their first round of items because, yeah, they're just that far ahead. When you look at the net worth chart, it's obvious that Virtus Pro have crushed the early game.
Yeah, we saw the Ursa farming in the jungle there for a little bit. He wants to go towards that Battle Fury 10 minutes in, though. And he's only a couple of pieces top lane. There's going to be the dive. The Pulverize comes out. They at least get the kill onto Sayush. but the tier 1 tower is gone. And now this is going to be the exorcism being popped in the mid lane. That's a fresh exorcism here, coming out to go into the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Sweden Strong trying to contest into this, but Navi just can't fight into this exorcism. They don't have the items and they don't have the timing.
Yeah, Virtus Pro are constantly poking in the mid lane, seeing what's happening, and as soon as they see heroes in the top lane hunting the hoodwink, you just go straight up for that tower, because you know there's not going to be a response from Navi. There's nothing they can do, even with the Dawnbreaker ulti, because there isn't a single hero in position the Dawnbreaker is going to be able to use to do anything about it. So Virtus Pro, they're just pressuring Navi. You know, they might give them one hero here, have a kill, but they're going to take much more because of it.
Yeah, how do you like this for the Nature's Prophet? It's going into a Glepnir. You know, he's already got himself the double crowns. He's got that Maelstrom queued up as the next item, with the Javelin being the one that he picks up. But eventually he's going to be going in towards that Glepnir. Again, extra control up against the Primal Beast, extra control up against the Ursa. And it looks like he's even favoring it over the Orchid.
That's actually nice. I like it. I mean, I think he gets it either way. Gleipnir is just way too strong right now. The range is insane, the speed is insane, but I'm surprised he gets it so early. Maybe he goes Maelstrom, BKB, and then finishes off the Gleipnir, and the crowns were just an awesome start, because you already have a lot of stats, and then with the crown you have even more. Maybe that's the idea. I'm not sure if he really wants to just go straight up for the entire thing. Oh, actually he does.
I mean, if he's going Maelstrom and he's got the crowns anyway, what's the big investment? Stat wizardry and the recipe, so another 1850 gold as Ducalis underneath this tier 1. Trying to do his best, is giving the fortification use as well, but they might just leave Ducalis sacrificial lamb, yeah, to buy some time. No, the TPs are coming in, the call to be caught out, there is going to be the Mortimer Kisses coming through, but the shot, he connects onto him, he stops the Morty Kisses, keeps himself alive, and now they're going to be able to take down 2. Lays with the TP away, they defend the tier 1 tower. He got the angle for the hook. There was no body blocks, and he just survives.
Yeah, Clockwork is not into long-range relationships, so he just went and got all close and personal. In the end, it didn't work out, but either way, that's a beautiful fight from VP. Yeah. Navi, they were aware that they had to go for plays like that, because that's what their heroes are good at. But the thing is, that Virtus Pro, they have such a great lead right now. This is that part of the game already where you don't ever have to show your heroes. The lanes are gonna be going towards Navi, choking them, and then whenever someone from Navi shows hook shot, and the sharpshooter, hero dies. Then go again, over and over again, until you completely break them. This is a horrendous situation for Navi, to say the least.
Yeah, at least Navi here. V-Tune is finding that free farm, so he's going to be able to get himself towards the Battle Fury in about 600 gold. But you can see that Lays, he's moving back down. He wants to maybe try and find something out here. I mean, that tier 1 tower, it is pretty close to going down. So with this creep wave, he might be able to step up and take it. And 500 health. He's actually not going to contest it himself. He's hiding around the back, just in case there is any movements in. Now he will come in with the rest of the team, or at least the 2 supports, moving close to support him here in his effort to take down this tier 1, and no efforts are being made to defend this, because look at this. You've got the Death Prophet, you've got Sayush in the dire jungle, looking to maybe try and find out the Ursa. You've got Squadix moving through with, well, Sayush TPs himself down now, so he is a bit of everywhere, but they could look to get a pick off, look for those D-wards as well, coming out on the side of VP.
I'm looking at Navi, and their biggest problem now, it's not that they're losing currently, it's that their map is getting smaller and smaller. You're gonna get the Battle Fury on the Ursa, not in the greatest of timings, and then you're gonna have nowhere to farm. And already there's some deep wars from Virtus Pro, so they might even hunt you down.
Yeah, the smoke's coming out now. They're going to be moving through. They might even find Sweden Strong. Smoke, it does break the rocket flare for the reveal. Where's that hook shot? Not underneath the tier 2 tower, it's not. Malady, though, he might step in. Hook. Oh, it's going to miss. What was stolen? It's going to be the lightning from Sweden Strong. So the Fade Bolt with this bouncing lightning, that's kind of neat to push out the lanes.
Yep, good for Navi. They dodged that smoke, didn't lose a single hero, and they managed to push in the side lanes. Oh no! This was the way for the Ursa back in the game. They're taking the stack.
Yeah, Nicky Cool's moving himself over, trying to defend this as best he can, but look at the Squadix, and the entire squad's going to be coming into this now as well. Naked Prophet, once the silence comes out, that was mid polarized now as well. What's going to be stolen? It's going to be the Spirit Siphon between the storms. Is he going to survive long enough to get a benefit out of this now as well? With the Bushwhack, he get his kill. Crowd's trying to go for the TP away from here, and he's not going to be able to get himself out, but even through the Enrage, E-Tune gets picked off. Malady, can he get himself away? The Bushwhack, he's trying to walk himself through the trees, but Cyrus just says, thank you very much, that's exactly what I needed. And now Notice stepping up. Malady, he's going to go back in the box.
Hey Sayush, what do you need for me to do so you can get a good stun off? You're getting into the trees. I'm just kidding. Of course, it's not like he had anywhere else to run. It was the only place he could go to. But yeah, it's just not an ideal spot to be in against the Hoodwink. If Krillad gets out with a TP there, it's a complete disaster for Navi. Even now, it's not ideal, but at least you bring down the Nature's Prophet. He was like less than half a second from getting himself out of that situation.
Yeah, so good burst on the Ursa. I think that was enough gold as well to complete the Battle of Fury. Yeah, he has that up now. So at least that's going to accelerate his farm. Adds the Lash on the bottom lane. Squadix just chasing away Lays from the pressure that he was trying to apply to this bottom lane.
The thing about the Battle Fury as an item is that you need the map to farm. It's not like a Midas that is just going to be a passive income either way. You still need to work for it. You know, you just have the tools.
Yeah,
to do it easier.
And you can see that Notice, Sayush, and Krillia, they're just farming through the dire part of the map. That they are forcing the Ursa into this triangle, which really isn't the most use. Like you say, if it was a Hand of Midas, sure, you go into that triangle, you pick up the extra creep, you get yourself back on into the lane, but just trying to go through the triangle, the bottom lane's pushed out as well, so it's unsafe for him to push there. He doesn't have a tier 1 tower in any lane, really, so if he does get gone on, it's Nicky Cool looking to move himself away. So yeah, V-Tune, this map has started to kind of close further and further in on V-Tune.
And no, people, don't buy Midas on an Ursa. It's just a
can't handle this.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't buy. Well, don't do it. Anyways, the players here. The thing is, Virtus Pro, I think they could, get a little bit more aggressive in terms of pushing in the lanes. But for now, it's working out for them. The next objective that they're going to be looking at is the Roche, and I expect maybe with the next Exorcism, Notice is already going there.
Exorcism is going to be coming right back up with his treants as well. Fact is that the Gleipnir finished out, and the recipe's coming in, So it looks like the Nature's Prophet is going to have this. If a fight breaks out, the control that they're going to have on the side of VP before these BKBs come out from the side of Navi, there's no way that Navi can fight into this. There's just no way.
At least not now, but they're going to have those BKBs relatively soon, so they could in the near future be able to fight the enemies.
I like they're going to be able to get the jump into Primal Beast now as well. The hookshot comes in, there's extra control, and Krillia to secure the kill onto the Primal Beast as well. On the map, if you are watching, Lays was moving up to the top lane to try and get some farm. He was walking in, and all of a sudden he sees this army of ghosts. Just turns around and goes, nope, and walks himself away into the trees, hides away from the Death Prophet.
Invisibility.
Those didn't look like Casper. No friendly ghosts here. These hurt for sure. But Notice is alone on the top lane for the time being. Okay, not for long.
You say that. And then, Squadix with the Boots of Travel Aegis. You've got the TP that can come in from the Nature's Prophet as well, purely from skill. Hookshot from downtown onto Cal. Speaking about downtown, Malady is having to move himself downtown and away from this aggression coming out. And they might just try and push the creep wave again. Lays trying to cut the wave, but he's going to be caught out in the Gleipnir. It doesn't actually get sprouted, but the trains are still going to be able to damage. Lays has to go for the TP because the Gleipnir was already used. Dawnbreaker able to get that TP away.
I'm surprised. I thought he was just going to go sprout, wait a little bit, try to cancel out the TP or something along those lines, but I think Krillat just wants him to get out of there. Right now, what it looks like to me is that Virtus Pro feel like they have already won this game, and that if they systematically go from a tower to tower, that Navi just aren't going to have the strength to do so if we itemize correctly, and I think they're doing so quite well right now. Now it's just itemizing against the Ursa. The Eagle Scepters, the Halberds, the Force Staffs. You itemize against the Ursa, and even in the ultra late game, if V-Tune does get the good amount of farm, you're going to have ways of dealing with him.
Yeah, look at the concentration on Krillat's face. He's trying to make sure he stays right in the moment, his team stay in the moment, and they're going to be able to take this down as tier 2, and Navi not going to be able to contest the tier, not even going to be able to contest tier 1s. And
yeah,
this is
Squadix was more like, yeah, this is boring, right? Yeah, Krillak is all in it. Like, let's go. And Squad is like, yeah, we're getting the tower now. We're now moving on to the next one. Like, can we have a more action-packed game? But this is the thing. Navi have always, every single game I think I've seen them play, they've been slow. And it's repeating again.
Yeah, bottom lane, there is going to be the dive onto the Nature's Prophet in as well. With the Solar Guardian, they might be able to get the kill to Krillak. Krillak, does he go down? He will go down, but the Bushwhack comes out. TP in from Ducalis. They're going to be able to get a trade immedately. And the hookshot, it stops the TP even through the BKB. The hookshot comes out and lays. He just did not go far enough. And now it's a run for his life. Squadix rotates in, lays it out of mana. There's no way for him to get out. He gets caught out and he gets killed off.
As soon as I said Navi play slow, like who plays slow? They go in, they kill the Nature's Prophet. So it does feel like it doesn't work out too well for them. They lose 2 cores for it. But Nature's Prophet, he is quite a farmed guy. Once he gets the BKB, not even this will be possible.
No, and it is going to be the next item for him after the Klepnir. Again, really quick, just to the control that it offers. And you can see EGB here with the odds 7.5 to 1 for Navi, and VP clear favorites with how this game is progressing.
This is so Navi, they have the Ursa. Once VTune gets the blink, he can be that hero that provides the burst damage. You do have a lot of stuns, so you might be able to do it.
Well, the question is there going to be any towers to defend by the time he gets that blink dagger?
That is true. If all of the outer towers fall, really, then you have nowhere to rally around. Then you're always going to be smoking out on the map blindly. And it's just so easy for Virtus Pro to read any part of the map, because with the Nature's Prophet, you're always pushing the lanes in.
Dire's middle
and
tower
notice he's sitting, he's going to be able to put pressure, he's going to be able to take this tier 2, and like you say, that because Navi lack that vision hero, they don't have a Beastmaster, you know, the Clockwork's on the other side, they don't have anything that can give them that heads up, and Ducalis being able to scout the map with these rocket flares, even went for the rocket flare cooldown, so every, 12 seconds at level 4, being able to scout to the different part of the map with the rocket, push the lanes out with that rocket, with the Nature's Prophet TPing in, Squadix with the boots of travel. It's really hard for Navi to find that space, to find a platform to start a gank off from. They are going to be going for a smoke, but we'll see who they're actually going to be able to find. And Ducalis, he's the closest one. He's looking to break the smoke, and if Ducalis goes down on this Clockwork, absolutely fine for him to break smoke, but it's actually going to be the jump in. Do they have enough to take out Squadix? The 4-staff, he still has it for the next 20 seconds, and his team can respond more to the kisses. Is this just going to be the hit and run? It's absolutely not, because there's going to be the hook shot coming through, and they're not going to be able to run through anything. The cogs get dropped. Nicky caught with the pulverize, but the jump is chased on 3 hours, and now the Glenn will take 3 of them. V-Tune, even with the enrage, do they have anything to stop? Do they do? You'll set up. They have the control onto the burr. And the hurry furry scurry is just the fuzzy wuzzy being put on his back.
Man, that is he should have played dead there on V-Tune for sure. Anyways, that is just nasty, you know. You go for a move because you know you need control of the top part of the map to get the second Roach with your Ursa lineup, and you just get absolutely decimated. You find a hero with an Aegis and you're like, let's go, and yeah, it's not gonna work out too well.
This is gonna be 23 minutes in a lane of rocks. They do have the fortification on the side of Navi if they want to do that, because the tier 3 tower, that was the first one to go down, but it looks like BP, they just popped the exorcism. It's coming to a close. Don't overextend. Not sure if the burr has the buyback or not, so they just get themselves away.
Yeah, they don't have to, right? It's systematically going from objective to objective. They know they're gonna be winning that way. VP want to get at a point where Hellraisers are at least shaking when it comes to the series they're gonna be playing against Darkseid later on. Because if they win this one, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a problem for Hellraisers. They're not gonna be coming into that series like, we're going to the major anyways, who the hell cares? It's gonna be it's definitely gonna be in the back of their minds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can see that Navi, again, this map, they've got that triangle available to them, but it's even going to be scouted out by the Treants. So they've got 3 cores, and really the Rubik that wants to be found on a shard. They have half a lane to do it between the 4 of them.
It's just, when you look at Virtus Pro, even if they wouldn't have the control of the map they have right now. With the heroes they have, they push in all 3 lanes and then use a rocket in the enemy triangle. They don't see anyone there. They pretty much can pinpoint exactly where their enemies are, even though they don't see them. And with this kind of a lead, I think they always have a clear idea where their enemies are. Thus the smoke now and the hunting of the enemies.
They're going to be able to find V-Tune. They need to create space with Dekalis. Cyrus, move! Cyrus, move! Okay, they're going to be able to get a kill onto Malady, but V-Tune trying to get himself away, and Rage goes. And Cyrus, maybe just trying to buy time for V-Tune, because Dekalis, he's looking for that hook. He's going to be able to get it now. He gets that gap, but it was the kill. Jordan Cyrus will take it down with the sharpshooter.
I'd say Vijin has been pretty good at not using resources too much when he's running away in this game. I remember even at the start of the game, he's running away and he's waiting for the bushwhack and then to use the earth shock because he knows that the bushwhack will take him back. In 0% of situations, it has saved his life, but at least now he didn't use the BKB. He understands they pop the BKB and the Clockwork still uses the hook shot and I die. So I'm just gonna accept my death and try to delay it for as long as possible. Of course, yeah, in these kind of situations, it doesn't change anything, but those are some little plays that in games that were different might actually change something.
I would have loved to have access to the VP comms there, chasing down that Ursa, and Cyrus just standing in front of the Dekalis all the way. Like, just Dekalis, like, move, you gotta get out of the way, I want my hook shot! And, you know, Cyrus was just like, I can get a bushwhack, it's fine, you know, it's chill. You don't need to use the hook shot for that. But Dekalis, he eventually gets it off, and they were able to get the lockdown onto the Ursa for that kill.
I would more likely see it like, haha, he's dead, he can't get away, look at him, he's trying to live, he's begging for his life. Yeah, that's how I would envision it, but Navi, they're in a smoke. I think if they lose the fight now, it's just GG time.
Yeah, we can take a look at the buybacks. There is not a lot of them. The hook shot comes through now as well. They've got the trap onto the cogs. Double Guardian's going to be used. Sharpshooter. It doesn't actually connect. Fly through. The multiple cases are going to be raining down, but it looks like Death Prophet with the exorcism all was stolen. It's going to be the Spirit Siphon here now for Sweden Strong. Doesn't get that exorcism yet again. Notice wants to carry on going in. They get the kill onto Malady. They're even going to be able to get the damage onto Nicky Cool. Nicky Cool, he tries to get himself away with the onslaught using that BKB, but the exorcism ghosts. They're going to connect here. It looks like they fly just short. And Nicky Cool, that's not your base. Nicky Cool trying to get himself away, has that onslaught in 5 seconds. It doesn't matter. Notice gets the kill, and they're even going to be able to go in a little bit further on. That exorcism will be wearing off, but Krilliat has the double damage rune, he has his treants, and he has a sprout available to him if he wants to pop more. They should be able to go onto this tier 3.
Nicky Cool moves there in that fight, you know, at least it took a long time for them to kill him, but in the end the difference is just way too big. I even expected Navi to just call GG when they started, you know, buybacking on the Rubik to just come forward and fight, but they want to try to go with the basher. Not going to be happening. Ursa needs to go in and fight.
Yeah, and this is going to be a second lane for Axe. It looks like. Notice they back themselves away. I mean, the big man's back in his pit. So it looks like Krilliat's going to try and split push out this bottom lane. Maybe just pop the treants. You know, he's not level 25 just yet, so he doesn't have that teleportation cooldown removal. But he can just use the TP scroll to get towards a tier 1. Any tier 1. You know, a tier 1 of his choosing. And go to the Roshan pit if he wants to with the rest of his team.
Navi has 4 kills and you're talking about level 25 of the Nature's Prophet. You know, it will be demoralizing for them for sure. But yeah, they're going for a smoke. They know if we don't get the second roach, the game is over. So let's see. Maybe this time around it works.
Yeah, this seems like it is going to be Butch and Sundance time here for Navi. And well, they get a kill onto the Dekalis. So maybe you know, they can get something more, but it doesn't matter. They're already trying to run themselves away. Hookshot comes in, it stops the pulverize. Lightning's going to be there onto V-Tune now as well. They have the lockdown. They're trying to get it onto Krilliat. He pops that BKB, turn out to V-Tune with the right clicks. They do get the kill, but Squad X, he's going to be playing now the bushwhack. He takes down Malady, and it's just going to be, if the Ursa wants to buy back, he's going to be the only one that can do it. And Nicky Cool, he's dead. The ultra kill for Squad X, the godlike spree. Come on, give it to him. Squad X trying to chase down. Does he have the damage to take it? It doesn't matter, the GG. And
yeah, that's no, that is the right approach. Call GG, make sure he doesn't get the rampage. If he does, he's gonna be feeling so good about himself.